This is the Normal Nerd Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Ceresia.
And I'm your host who can't believe Kagurabachi cut where it did, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly manga recap, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Manga review time.
Hells yeah!
Didn't have one last week because we didn't have any manga last week.
Crazily enough.
So this week, we have a new manga that we've been saying we were going to read forever, and we did start reading it.
Started reading it is the key word.
So we're just going to go over the first 6 chapters of that manga. However, all the other manga had a thing. So
we got a full week.
Yeah, a chapter. I said a thing.
A thing.
Got really
A wing dang new.
really advanced with that wording there.
I speak good.
So we have all the fun. We have all the fun stuff to go over, which is fantastic. We are still obviously going to have One Piece last.
Of course, it's the GOAT.
It is the GOAT. And we understand it.
Yeah, so many comments.
It's very funny. I love it.
It's like, guys, we get it.
Yes.
We've got it the entire time.
Yes. But let's hop right into it. We got the Marshal King chapter
12?
11.
So close. I love that he's acing these tests. Like
Super easy.
It was super easy. Like it's nothing, especially against these dork teachers this time. This was fantastic.
Yeah.
They all made him look like meh.
Yeah, they came out like, we're gonna. The one guy also shot at his head.
Well, they suck.
Yeah,
these marshals are low key. Well, they're desperados. I mean, it's in a world of desperados, so it's the Wild Wild West. So I understand why they suck. Even the good guys are bad guys. Really.
Okay, yeah. I was like, they're not desperados.
No. They fight against it, but like. There's desperados, and there's desperados that work for the law, and that's.
But you think these guys would be good because, obviously they're not. But I'm like, you think they'd be good because they're supposed to be teachers.
Yeah, you think that, but no.
And also, you had like a Jim who had a hot boy moment.
With his shirt off, Black Maria.
Yeah,
that was killing me. Right? Was it Black Maria? No, Maria Black.
Maria Abigail Black. Yeah.
Maria Black. Black Maria is from One Piece.
Yes.
That was cracking me up quite a bit, and I enjoyed that. As always, I enjoy the asides from the mini friend there.
Agura.
Yeah, who made up this test, which was like, I understand how this test probably could have made sense in a manga that wasn't this one, but this one does ridiculous shit. So I don't understand why they thought.
Yeah, well,
they thought he wouldn't be able to boomerang his gun.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where it was funny to see the panel. Where scene is fine for manga, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I know we say anime and episode too much when we're talking about manga, but scene's fine, right?
Scene's fine.
Yeah. Where he's like, I can get 12 people, and she's like, there's actually 13, and he's like, oh, and that was great, and it was funny, but I was like, why 13? Why not 14?
I thought the same exact thing. Why not 16? Why not? Why not make it? Why not double the number overall? 24?
I understand it's supposed to be a test, so you want to make it semi-realistic, but why not just make it like 14 to make it like slight? I don't know. Or he would have thrown both his guns, I guess.
At that point, yeah.
Well, one blocked and one hit the guy in the head. It was cool, regardless. Like he was cool.
Yeah, he was sick during this. It was fantastic.
Also, it is showing. It's kind of like. At first, I was very big and like keep him in the academy because like he probably still needs a little bit growth and. To develop more characters. I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, do you guys want him in the academy? He's gonna make you all look like idiots.
He's gonna dunk on all of you. He's already dunked on your strongest member.
Yeah. Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Yeah. And then he graduate anyways, even if he fails?
Yes, but I think once again, it's what you were saying. They're trying to like give him that like you're not ready, like trying to make him think he's not ready to go out there. But right now, I'm starting to think that he's ready just to go out there.
Well, they're making it clearly obvious he's ready to go out there.
If this is the best they have to offer, it's like, to a regular person, you guys, I'm sure, are great. But this guy is wielding god arms and a god gun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's making me worry a little bit.
You can't see it. Oh, you could see it. Yeah, like that.
Making me worry a little bit about like. He's definitely a Mary Sue type character, which I have no problem with. We like Mary Sue's and all that kind of stuff. I forgot to do that timestamp on this one.
Oh, no.
Minute 20.
Yeah, it starts at a minute, yeah.
Yeah. But, what was I say? Is, I'm like, this is fun and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, can we get, like, Like when the principal was in there, that was cool.
Yeah.
But like these, like, can we get these like bums out here?
Yeah, can we get the side characters out or like
Yeah.
the extras? The
Yeah.
extras. Manga calls them extras. Look at the extras out of the
Bring these
way. We
extras
don't
out
need
of
these
here.
guys.
Can we start getting like the cool? Can we get an introduction of like a villain?
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying.
This is
I
classic.
mean, realistically, it's only been what, like 2 chapters of this.
It's been 11. Oh, of the competition.
I'm
No,
sorry, yeah,
I'm talking about.
competition,
I'm talking about the manga overall.
Manga overall, yeah.
But then I'm thinking about that is kind of like this guy's writing style because what's it called?
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone. What, like, it did take a while for what's his face to show up, who was a great villain.
Tsubasa.
Yeah.
I think that was the first episode.
They get him out on the first
I
episode?
think got him out on the first episode. Maybe the second.
No, really?
Yeah, really,
No,
yeah.
I thought he like developed stuff for a while, man. Yeah, we gotta think about it.
Maybe he wasn't the big bad.
But he was
Yeah,
like
the episode he got out of the stone, but he was close.
That's true. He wasn't the big bad, but he wasn't super evil when they first got him out, right? Wasn't he like okay at first for like an episode?
Yeah, but
I'm trying to think of like because that probably would have been like 6 chapters in the manga.
maybe but Senku was always like, nah, it was a bad idea to let you out like the entire time.
But does he let out Chrome first and everything?
He lets out Chrome first. Yeah.
Chrome?
Yeah. Is it Chrome? No, Chrome's not. Chrome is the little scientist apprentice.
Yes,
He does let out his buddy first.
and the girl. No, just his buddy first.
I think just his buddy first, and then Tsubasa, and then the girl, or maybe they do let the girl out. Where was she when Tsubasa got out? Then
Maybe the girl's
they
after.
had to have let the girl out for before Tsubasa. That'll happen. Both those things happened in like the first episode. I'm pretty sure. Like he let his buddy out.
All that in the first
No,
episode.
let his buddy out, and then I think he let the
and
girl
then built
out.
an entire treehouse and everything all in the first episode.
Maybe it was maybe it was 2 episodes. Tsubasa was in early.
Now we gotta
on,
look
though.
it up.
Was in,
I
like,
believe you. I'm
because I remember like he was one of the because he was like the third, like maybe the third or fourth one they unlocked.
all I'm thinking is like, wow, the pacing of the show slowed down dramatically.
Of what? On this episode? Oh,
no,
yeah.
of Dr. Stone.
Of Dr. Stone? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't even know what they're doing anymore. I'll finish that show one day.
What? It's at 5 seasons now. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that is nuts. We stopped watching it, season 3? Yeah, season 3.
Yes. Yeah, it's second episode. Yeah.
Second episode? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Wow.
like, yeah. And then they developed him over time with all of his, like, people, and Senku had to discover, like, the humans that somehow were still alive after all the years of breeding. Yeah. But Marshal King...
yes. We're written by the same guy. So.
Written by the same guy, and once again, it's like really this. Yes, it'd be great to get the extras out of the way, but this is Goonie. This will probably be when this gets animated because it's definitely gonna get animated. It'll probably this whole shtick will probably take an episode, like all 3 challenges.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe they'll extend the fight with the principal.
Nah, it would definitely take an episode. You're right, because there's a lot of panels of him just like standing there.
Yeah.
Look awesome.
Looking
I'm
awesome.
not complaining
Looking
about him. Keep him
awesome,
up. Keep him up.
It's sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll I think they'll do that. But this was a great episode because he just whips out his gun and dunks on these people, and it's awesome.
Yeah. This is one of those where there's certain, I think like One Piece, there's a lot of panels that I'm like, ooh, I can't wait for this to be animated. This show, this manga is one of those where I'm like, this is gonna be so fun animated.
Yeah.
Same with like Kagurabachi, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, exactly. It'd be interesting to see.
It'd be really interesting to see because I think it would be the first time in a long time that I've ever read something and then it got animated after.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know that is right now happening with One Piece for us, but like I already know what One Piece animation style was.
Yeah.
Reading it, but like I don't know what the animation style. They'll probably go the same thing as like Dr. Stone. No, you got maybe a little grittier than Dr. Stone.
I feel like that's the tad. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dr. Stone's so clean.
But I do really like Jimmu.
Jimmy's great.
Because he's
fantastic.
like he is cocky, but he's not like overly cocky.
Yeah, because if he was, because the reason, he's cocky and he's not overly cocky because none of this is working on him.
Yeah.
Like an overly cocky main character would have like gotten dunked on already or something like that by one of these challenges.
He had a chance
But
to
he's
be
just
like an edgelord, like I'm just so much better than you,
Yeah.
fedora guy. But he's just not. He's just cool.
Yeah, he's cool all around, much to the chagrin of his mini friend there, who's just like, how did he beat this stupid test of mine?
Because she's a genius. I love how like they're like they've never really established how like actually smart she is. She's got the best eyes and can
Yes.
determine talent really well. But for some apparent reason, she's also smarter than all the people.
I don't know.
I'm like, if anything we're learning, your entire school program needs to be defunded
Yeah.
and replaced with much smarter and better people.
Yep, agreed.
The most
Agreed.
powerful weapon almost in the world, maybe not the most powerful weapon in the world. They said
No,
it is.
It is the most powerful. There could be other ones. Yeah.
There could be. There's something or similar power or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Just because I'm starting to
The
realize.
Desperado King had a gun too.
Yeah.
Or some shit
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool. Or like a. Yeah, he had like a. Yeah, gun.
It's a gun world.
I'm trying to think of like different guns.
A
But
boomerang or something.
that would not be cool. He's an apparition, and they're like, "Whoa, this manga took a great turn."
A totally different direction here.
They couldn't fight back. Their boomerangs did nothing to our bullets and our poisonous blankets. But they're like, it's like, so your best plan you came up from one of your students, and another student is destroying all of you.
Yep.
You all are idiots.
Yeah, you all really aren't worth the metal in your bullets at this point.
No.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the next manga. We got Kagurabachi, chapter
80.
78.
Yeah, I was then guessing.
You're making me like double check these actually now, because
Good. You'll actually we'll be accurate in our descriptions.
correct and yep, 78.
Okay, cool beans. Awesome sauce stuff. Really great. Good. Cool to see Hirohiko being all sad boy because Chihiro doesn't give a living shit about him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
I don't think about you at all.
Of course he doesn't.
Yeah, that was just fantastic.
He's a loser.
That was just fantastic. He's like, he doesn't care about me. You suck, bitch.
Yeah, actually, it's really funny. Chiro is a great, like, he is tropey anime hero, but then he's not.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's like, we were like talking about, we're like, oh, they're like rivals.
Yeah.
And I know, like, that other kid,
Hirohiko
wanted them to be rivals.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, first time you ever see, like, an anime where, like, either, Chiro's not like an edgelord.
No.
But he's just like, I don't care.
I don't care. It's that meme where it's like, I don't even think about you.
Yeah. So that's really what a great way to defeat a villain.
Yeah, it really is.
After he got straight up body.
Oh, jeez.
Last
Yeah,
chapter.
Samira just friggin'.
I mean, when this manga opened, I was like, oh, he's like dead.
Yeah, Samura come to pieces there.
Yeah.
Didn't regenerate that bitch. And then his buddies came in and pulled him out of there and all stuff. Love the actually low-key don't want this guy to end up wielding a sword now. The villain guy who's carrying one of the enchanted blades, his power is that heat blast shit after just throwing up. I was like, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want you to have to. I know you're eventually going to be wielding a sword probably. I don't want you to, though, because you lose that power, and that was a dope power.
That was a dope power. And I was like, when he originally looked like he was running away, and we talked about it, we're like,
Yeah.
well, I was like, well, at least he was pretty smart. Mm-hmm. Lo and behold, I was like, oh, you're a problem
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Is anyone not a problem?
No. Everyone's a problem.
Yeah.
But everyone's a problem. Maybe not the government, because they're just fucking bunch
Useless.
of boobs.
As they're like, oh, he's breaking. They're like, don't worry, we only put the sword above the sword wielder.
What a dumb idea. When they showed me the map, I was like, this is unbelievable. There's no way they're this stupid. And lo and behold, the sword's not even fully sealed. And they brought it within spitting distance of its wielder, who was able to wield it at long distance.
I know.
Guys, like, oh my god, they're doing the classic trope thing too, where it's like, there's no way they can get through our defenses. They're too strong.
But we should let go of the first layer so we know where they are exactly. So and they'll be confused, thinking that, well, like, they are getting through so easy.
One of the sorcerers, the evil sorcerers, better die in this. Otherwise, the government is all this like beefing up like the three main guys and the old men in the government. Like, they're trying to take them out the strongest people around. They better kill at least one of the sorcerers, like one of the main sorcerers. Otherwise, this was a waste of time. They're not like, no, story's great. Their lives are a waste. Like, they are literally just a waste of space. They just get in the way of Chihiro.
It sounds like the government.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Oh my goodness.
Well, of course, because you know what's gonna happen. Because I think they showed her. It's like they're like just a quick picture of her. Flame Bone's gonna come in.
Good.
I know, but it's just like, guys, Your entire organization is a joke.
It really
You
is.
have like these 5 elder people who it'd be cool if one of them was strong.
Yeah,
or
if one of
6
them
elders,
did
whatever.
something.
Yeah, well, some of them was strong and could fight back, but instead you got children.
Yeah.
Fighting for you. Yeah, her
Currently-
power is really cool.
Yeah.
And the other guy's is really cool because he can make that like imaginary fight pit thing. That's cool.
That is dope. They're not on. Yeah. And then I mean, like, what they do have the one guy that sits on the panel that Chihiro met a while ago that like bodied some sorcerers without even using magic.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he seems kind of cool. I just like once again they don't do anything.
Yeah, but
they just sit there and talk.
When they showed like literally the setup and it was like show the sword above the sword, I literally was like face palm like you know that one you
it's
used
it's going in the video. Don't you worry.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Like,
why are they even in the same location?
I don't.
You
what's
guys,
the same city.
you guys don't. You have a super secret government organization which isn't secret because it's the government. Makes no sense. But like,
Which has locations all over the country, as
know.
demonstrated where you were hiding the sword masters. I'm sure you have more than just some luxury mansions.
I know.
Go put the sword
true.
there,
Yeah, I
and send
know.
one of your super strong elders there.
I know. Yeah. It makes no sense.
Makes no fucking sense. It was such a bad idea. But the dude that the machine sorcerer dude that runs it is dope though.
Oh, I don't remember him.
He's the one. He's not really a machine, but he's wearing like the big concrete computer on his head, and he's the one controlling like the barrier and stuff. And he's the one notified them that the sorcerers broke in.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
I will.
Kind of like it remind me of a Naruto-esque thing with the sensory ninja.
Oh yeah.
That thing was dope. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, this dude. Yeah, he seemed really cool.
He seemed dope.
He
yeah.
seems like he's gonna be wicked strong too.
Yeah.
Because they like made him like skinny jacked.
Yeah, and he's the one controlling the barrier too. So it's like it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, then our boy's coming in. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's up and running.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Okay,
his
well
name.
now
What was
they're
it?
safe
I don't know about that.
for a couple of seconds.
For a couple of seconds, yeah.
And then he's gonna get beat up like he usually does.
Yeah.
But then Shiro's gonna come in and save the day.
You know, if he tosses if he can get a hold of the Shinichi, whatever the hell the sword is.
Oh yeah, he can put it
and
in
put it in
his
his thing. He can go hide in there too. I'm pretty sure
He can.
because his dad went into the
Yeah,
warehouse.
he could.
So he just go hide there
That's not
until
what's gonna happen.
No, not at all. Not in the
I can't wait until
slightest.
someone brings up just like, "Where's the sword?" And they're gonna be like, right near the sword master. And then someone's gonna be like,
We actually kept it like in the room right next to him. Just
He's-
we put a window in there so we could look at it.
"There's no doubt in my mind he's breaking out."
Oh,
in this,
yeah.
in
Oh,
this
yeah.
sequence.
All they have to do
First
is
of all,
break.
this manga rocks. It never stops.
I know, it never stops. It's awesome. All he has to do, if he was able to control the sword from, this is all speculation, if he was able to control the sword from long distance just from a guy, like slightly unsheathing it,
Allegedly.
allegedly, then, all honesty here, like they probably just need to like crack the barrier prison thing that he's in, and then the sword he's just gonna wield it long range and murder everything.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
I bet you it's one of those. He might be the final boss
I feel
villain.
like he has to be. He's the strongest.
And I bet you this is all part of his plan.
Yeah, probably. Probably, yeah. Yeah.
It's all part of his plan.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna whip out that super evil villain thing, which in this will make sense, where he's gonna be like, my whole entire plan was to eradicate all of mankind because it's actually all bad, and it's the only way to stop all badness. A more advanced version of Samura. And everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, that is bad and evil, because that is bad and evil. And then Lazarus, the anime, they're like, oh well, I mean, it's not that. So
He's not
bad.
that. Is he really that bad?
If anything, he was pretty hot when he was young.
I mean, honestly, yeah. There you go. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be the sword wielder's plan. I think the sword wielder is gonna be. It's just gonna be like the. I don't know. Like the Kishin from Soul Eater is the first thing that comes to mind because I saw a video about it where it's just like he's just evil. He's pretty much just he's gonna be smart, but he's gonna be an evil animal.
Oh yeah.
And this is just gonna happen. And he's gonna get out, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm out. I'm gonna murder everything now.
Or I could see that it's not his plan, but he was like, just like, oh, about time. Like he's been waiting.
yeah.
Like he's been waiting for this.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah,
about
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like blah
Yeah.
blah. And then at first he's gonna be with the sorcerers, and they're gonna be like, help us, blah blah blah, or something, and he'll be like, yeah, sure, and then he's like gonna kill him instantly
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
because he's definitely not gonna be able to listen to anybody.
no, not at all.
Also,
What is their plan? Is their plan literally just to let him out? I'm so confused with the source.
I think they just want the blade.
Okay, but if they get the blade, they can't use it still because he's the contracted wielder. So they'd have to kill him. But if they killed him, it's going to invalidate all the contracts and kill the wielders and the swords, I think. Not 100% sure on that.
We killed the people who
Yeah, but is it destroy?
Not-
Does it
not-
destroy? Does it destroy the swords too?
No, it
He's
doesn't
the
destroy.
ink-
It doesn't
he's the-
destroy the swords.
Okay.
Just the contract.
Is the contracts?
Yes.
Okay.
But they want to be in. They want to know where all the swords are before they kill everybody. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of weird. I don't understand because like samurai,
Samurai, I think you said right.
samurai.
Yeah.
His whole thing was like he wanted to kill all the sword users so he could know where the swords are. But then he was like,
He's gonna kill himself, so he must be wanting to kill the sword user too.
Yeah, but
the sword
but then
or
his
the main guy.
Then his thing was he told them he was like, I'm helping you kill all the sword users right now. So then like I'm gonna come back and kill all you or something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, this plan's starting to make a little less sense now.
I'm very confused of what the sorcerers are doing.
No, what Samura's doing. I need to go back and read the panel where they
Yeah.
talk about the heart and the contract thing.
Yeah,
and how the malediction guy is the anchor to that all. I have to go read and see what the consequences are again. I have it saved somewhere, the panel, because it's kind of important. I can't remember now what the point of it was.
If you know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, because they kill him.
I thought they all die. Or they all just lose their contract.
I think they all die.
I thought they all died.
It's all like the image was like their hearts are chained up. So I imagine that would just crush their hearts, right?
That just means they could lose their contract.
The problem, my question is like, does it lose the power of the swords? Like, I don't know.
I know the swords are fine if he dies.
And why didn't they just kill him? The malediction guy. Like,
What malediction? Why didn't they just kill him?
why didn't they just kill him?
Because then someone else can have a contract with the sword.
But they had all the swords before Rokuhiro. So
Yeah, but they never ever want, because just in case someone steals the sword.
Yeah, but they could have. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Then they can have a contract. But now if they steal a sword, which they did,
Yeah.
evilly steal the swords, because I bet you it's one of those things. They were like, we want to take the swords from you, and Chihiro's dad was like, no. Like, I'm going to hold on to him. They're like, okay, well, if he's going to hold on to him, then we should probably hold on to this nutbag.
Yeah, I guess that probably makes sense. Yeah.
Because what if someone steals them?
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll put the sword right next. to
And
him.
luckily, I guess, and it sound awful now, but I surprisingly give the government props on this one. Was a good plan because the sword was stolen and people couldn't use it or could use it, kind of. Not really.
Not really, but it's never got drawn in that time period.
Yeah, but so it kind of worked in their favor.
Yeah.
Made them look smart for a second.
For a second there, then they loused that one up.
And then they're like, huh. Chihiro's dad was, I can't remember his name. Chihiro's dad was such an idiot.
Hero?
Oh, is that what it is?
Something like that, yeah.
Such an idiot. This is why we kept the sword master alive. So, just in case someone stole the sword. So now that he's such an idiot and someone stole it and we got it back, let's make sure we put it right above the sword master.
Just in just out or just barely out of reach.
Genius plan.
Genius. So smart. So smart.
But
elect us again.
It did cut out a real great moment because I wish I remember the white haired kid's name.
I'll have to go. I'll put it in the comments. I can't remember.
Yeah,
or I'll put it in the video. I can't remember.
Chihiro's buddy there.
Yeah,
showing up and he's like at your service.
It's like yes. It's been so many chapters without you. Probably only 7, but I'm like I'm missing you.
Yeah, it's been a good amount. Sorry, it's been a good amount.
It's since Samura betrayed them, pretty much. That was the last time.
Before we go on that, I want to say Samura's unforgivable because he killed that super awesome guy.
Yes.
But man, don't you wish he'd be cool because he looks so cool?
The eyes thing is so
He looks
awesome.
so cool.
He looks so
There's
dope.
so many panels where I'm like, dang, you look cool.
So dope right now. It's so cool.
I'm like, we're never going to forgive you. But maybe fight for our side and then kill yourself at the end.
You want to die anyways.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, you're pretty much helping right now anyways.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. You ripped that kid in half almost.
Yeah. But I don't even know what's going to happen right now.
Chihiro's going to fight him, I think. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know, but this is another chapter where they're like, oh, and the swords? They just keep doing stuff.
Yep, they just keep going.
They just keep doing stuff.
Keep going.
The power
Did they even draw the swords this one?
The power system really makes no sense.
It's fine. All bullshit and all that jazz.
I love it though.
It's amazing.
But let's move on to. Oh, you got anything else to say?
No, I love this. I love this manga so much. I can't wait till it's animated. I hope it's animated amazingly.
Yeah, actually, I saw a different clip of that Horse Girl anime.
Yeah.
Horse Girl racing anime, and it was incredibly animated. So
nice. That's what
I think we're in good hands for this one.
Perfect.
All right, now on to the new. Oh, probably. After this episode from here on out, we'll do manga chapter of the week.
I'm down for that. Yeah.
Hero Organization will not be in it. This is the new one. Hero Organization, we're going to do chapters 1 through 6.
Yes.
One day we will catch up.
It'll probably in the next couple of weeks.
I'm on chapter 9, but like...
Bruh, I would have caught up on the bike today.
Yeah!
The whole point was I was trying to be on the same page as you.
I know!
I asked you this morning.
I know, and then I like opened it and I was like, oh, what's chapter 7? And then I was like, oh, and I just got into it.
You son of a bitch! I was at a point where I was like, I want to keep going, but I'm going to stop.
Oh, I just thought you wouldn't have time.
No!
Nothing too crazy happened, so you're not worried about it.
But I wanted to see him fight the guy with David. I wanted to see him fight against him.
Yeah.
In the simulation.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry, I literally was like, let me check out chapter 7. I was just like, I forgot, like, because I read chapter 6 a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and then I was like, I'll just look at chapter 7, and then I was like, oh, I'll just read it real quick. And then of course I was like,
oh yeah, he's carry one.
And then I read it to 9, and I was like, what am I doing?
Son of a bitch. Okay, anyways, fine. Chapters 1 through 6. This is as a concept for a manga. This is fantastic. It's got real Gurren Lagann vibes. Just with the beasts that they're fighting. Star Beast with his crazy eyes. I love those. Those are fantastic. All have the same face, but they do different things. The mechs they have are just fantastic. I really enjoy them. They remind me a little bit of I don't know, like Kill la Kill stuff when they like put on their
Oh yeah.
their whatever the fucking
I don't remember their
not
name.
when they're not the sexy ones. The whatever the
I remember.
regalia. That's what it's called.
Yeah, they kind of do now that you point that out.
Yeah, for like the evil.
Depends
people.
on the ones.
Yeah.
No, I think this started out really cool. I'm very interested to see where the Star Beasts are coming from. This I will say was a plot twist.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, I was like, oh, his son's gonna be. Oh no, his son's not the main character. I was like, oh, he's the main character.
Yeah, it's like okay, oh yeah. They had us going there. The end of the first one was like, this is the story of an ordinary man. And I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and they're like, it becomes a hero, and becomes a hero. I was like, nice. And then they're showing like how bad, like classic, like the government's just like they're sending these guys out there constantly. They're not giving them meat, which is kind of dumb.
Assholes. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like. If you want them to have a little bit of energy, you gotta
you want them to be cannon fodder. You gotta at least shine the cannonballs.
And then he's still like has gumption about it and all that. Then he meets the doctor with a little girl, which instantly, I was like when he met the girl Millennial, Millennia, great name.
I love the names in this.
Oh yeah, they all Leonidas,
Leonidas, great. Tall guy. Oh crap, was that his name? What was his? What's his like?
Big man.
Big man.
Klein, Big man.
Yeah.
Or Klin.
And then
Klein, right? Klin.
I don't remember.
But when he met him though.
Yeah.
And he's like, Big man. He's like, you got something to say, punk?
Stay. I love that. And then David, and then the other guy had some like African name that you can actually remember. I just can't remember what it was right now.
But when he met the doctor and his daughter, I was like, immediately he better marry.
Yes, this is the future right here.
Better get married.
Just shake hands. It's arranged marriage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the first time you meet the captain, he's like comes in coughing. You're like,
aw,
this guy's a pretty nice guy.
You're pretty awesome. Oh, he's pretty dope. He's got great. I should have been concerned. They drew the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
When he walked, he was like the most animated character that they had, and I was like, oh, maybe he's just really cool. And like, no.
But even like when he was like, I gotta go fight and put his shit back.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta do it. I'll take this medicine, which is like super steroids, but would kill him. Doesn't seem like it kills everybody. Seems like it would have killed him because he's already weak.
If that wasn't all fake.
Damn, that's a good point.
Yeah, because he goes out there in Siegfried anyways.
That's true. Damn, good point. But then he's like, and I'm like, oh, I feel for this guy. And then, wow, I can't remember the dad's name. The dad. He's like, don't worry, I'll do it. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then, I thought he might die, and then he's not dead because of the,
I thought the medicine, and I thought the warp beast was actually going to drag him away, and it's going to be a story of him trying to get back to his son.
Yeah. And
that's what I thought it was going to be.
All this stuff could have happened, but it didn't. I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, he did a good job and all. That's really cool.
I mean, he's a hero. Good
he did
for
a
him.
sick, awesome job with that super cool gun and everything. And then Siegfried shows up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, now we know that guy was with Siegfried, and
That's
he's gonna.
sick, yeah.
And now they're about to be best buds because he went out and blah blah, and then he stabbed him.
Stabbed him. Like it was fucking nothing. It was like, nah, it's my job. Just another 9 to 5, killing people, killing heroes.
What was such a stupid thing too? Because he's like, now we'll get more civilians because you're gonna be put as such a big hero. I was like, he already is.
Yes, that's what drove me nuts. It's like he already is. He just became a hero.
Yeah.
All you have to do is plaster his face, and have him do like interviews about now and all this shit, and inspire people. Because he's a regular guy who just loves his son. That's going to inspire everybody. Instead, you murder him.
I know.
And I'm just like, okay, it's gonna last for like, I don't know, maybe a generation.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
Yeah, having a living hero probably
Yeah, but
garners
like
a
then
lot
it
more.
worked. It worked. Well, obviously he was specifically picked because of Leonidas.
That was the whole thing.
Because the guy who got him to do the test gave him a fake gun.
I know.
So, because like I think it was like a whole plan to get Leonidas into the military to continue this big thing. However, Leonidas he's like, I'm gonna join the military because my dad was such a hero, blah blah, and all this, and his aunt and uncle got really fat. But he felt bad for his aunt because she's like, no, she also hurt her brother and everything like that.
I know, I'm so sad.
But I was like,
and the uncle was just like, she'll be okay.
I know, yeah, great.
He's
He's like, here's the letters and her favorite chocolate because our birthday's like fun.
Oh my goodness, this kid's so awesome.
So awesome. But I was like, it's gonna kill him when he finds out his dad was dead. And then he was like, fuck the hero, the DEA.
Oh,
I was
so
like, yes.
that set of panels was just chef's kiss. Like I felt it when like, oh yeah, and I know someone in there killed you, and then it's like it gets the crow and it cuts the black pretty much, and I was like, please animate this, please animate this. This is gonna be such an epic scene. It was so cool.
It was so cool.
It's like there's just times where you're reading something, it's like, wow, that popped off the page at me, and I felt it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And I like it for the story.
Me too.
Because then the story of just being him like, I have to do well for my dad, which is like classic anime story. Now it's like it's a mech anime, but also like a detective show.
Yeah, which is super
like
fun.
A spy show.
Yeah. And it's him, like, I always love having main characters that like aren't completely clueless throughout the entirety. Like he's currently playing chess against the government, essentially.
True.
Yeah, and that's always fun to see.
With his weird buddy.
Which one?
The one who who literally showed him that he had proof that they killed his dad.
Oh yeah, that guy that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He works for. He had some super long title that he works for. I don't remember what it was.
But now he works for because originally he was a journalist. Now he works for the government because he wants to take the hero organization down because they're bad.
So a classic Eye of Truth from To Be Heroes.
Yeah, kind of like him. And then we're like, Leonidas is awesome and super skilled. Does help that he was trained by a very skilled person. Only the captain who killed his dad.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. And the captain was bragging about his like prodigy in private. I was like, you bastard.
The worst part is that Leonidas doesn't know that he killed him.
That's a bad part. Yeah,
and we're gonna get some backstory of them like happily training in him, and then he was gonna be like a de facto dad to him and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, I hope he's suspicious. I hope he's like at least a little suspicious about it. I don't know either. I don't know.
I hope so too. But they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight each other.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh, and Leonidas is gonna whoop his ass at some point because he's a prodigy.
Leonidas did say though he's not as good as him.
True. But that's going to take time. He's going to get trained by this super
smoke show.
Yeah, this would make me join the military.
Sonata.
Facts.
Remember her name?
Facts. With the prosthetic arm and all that stuff, I was like, ooh. And she was like, you smell funny.
Yeah. I do like there's some funny comedy in this when she's like, where are your balls? And the girl's, Millennia is like, I don't have balls.
I meant on the inside.
I have one ball that wants me to like focus on destroying the Star Beast, and another ball that's all about the heart and soul of destroying Star Beast. And the client's like, aren't those the same thing?
Yeah.
It's like, drop it, give me 50.
That was great. She's gonna be fantastic. When she made her entrance, I was like, this is peak.
Yes.
Because it's good. She's the characters in this. We have all types of characters in this, but they're doing they do as with anime that are really good at doing this. They're manga that are really good at doing this. They're balancing the intense seriousness and all this jazz with very funny, heartfelt stuff. Like, well, even when he met his totally bland roommate and they were hanging out.
Is it Klein? Is that how you say it? Klin? Is that how you think you'd say it?
Sure.
Klin?
Yeah. Klin.
Klin?
I feel like the names are almost kind of. I know, yeah. Klin for now, I guess.
Big man.
Yeah, and Big Man. They're hanging out in the room. It's like, who got you that? Your dad? It's like, keep bringing up his dad over and over again. And he keeps going, and then he's just like, yeah, I love my dad. And I was like, that's great. That's fantastic.
Same energy his dad had about him.
Exactly. Yeah, this kid, Leonidas, I really like Leonidas.
Leonidas is awesome, and that's the one thing exactly what you're saying is what I love about him is he's not like dark and depressing.
Yeah.
Like he's actually like super cheerful and super nice, and he's definitely going to be like looking out for everyone type and a leader to everyone. Yeah, his bland roommate, who I can't remember.
Bland ass roommate, yeah.
I'm like, that guy. Yeah,
that guy, he's dead.
Oh, no. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that'd be an easy one to kill off.
He's pretty bland, yeah.
He's so bland.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, now I care about him.
There you go.
When he first met Millennia, that was hilarious.
That was great. And she's in the bathroom going over like, I think I screwed up.
Yeah. And they have like little robot buddies.
I know, that's really interesting. It's always like, you know, any Gundam mech thing has to have their little Harobot with them.
Yep. But I've so far I'm really loving this.
Yeah. I think it's so far it's fantastic. I can't wait to catch up to chapter 9, and actually finish up and go week to week on this because it's really fun so far.
And the story's interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Where do you think the Star Beasts are coming from?
Well, they all have the same face, so I kind of wonder if the government's just making them.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I wonder if they're making them in a lab somewhere. If they're not, there's gonna be a bigger story here that I'm really excited for.
Yeah,
because once we get past the fighting the humans, then you have to fight the Star Beasts.
Yeah, but why would the government be making them? Is only the question.
Control humans and shit. The usual government stuff, like extra more control and jazz.
Yeah, the government hero organization really blows.
Yeah, they really do. They really fucking suck a lot.
Yeah, when they killed him, I was like, what the fuck?
I know. It's like,
Well, and then it's the whole scene where the captain shows up at his grave and he's like, I knew your father. And he's like, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
I hate you so much. You smug prick.
He definitely is smug.
Oh, 100%. I can't wait for Leonidas to just, I hope that there's like hero revenge in this. I hope Leonidas actually kills people in this because I feel like someone just needs to die. This guy needs to die. They killed his dad, so death exists in the show.
It does. I don't know if he will.
I don't know.
I think you're right. I think it does have that vibe though that people will die.
Yeah, well, it's because
it does seem like
it's mech anime.
It does seem like it can get dark real quick.
Yes. Yeah.
It does have that vibe where like they could be in space and like all of a sudden like just like one person's Gundam is not Gundam mech is getting destroyed and they're all like no.
I could see that. Yeah, big time.
We need more of that.
Like
we've been clamoring for that for a while. Clint, we can't have that.
I mean,
he can't even go into space. We can't let that kid into space.
I mean,
how did he even make it into Academy? It still makes no sense.
That's an excellent point. Yes, yeah, he must have squeaked through.
Yeah,
and they room him with the highest ranked kid.
I know. I love her reading 2 mangas where they have like a little short buddy.
I know, and the little short buddy is just fantastic with so much personality.
But that's great. But let's move on to the last manga, One Piece chapter.
Okay, hang on. This screwed me up because the show is missing a week. So it's chapter 1148.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Man, all the Straw Hats are amazing. Robin's so cool.
Robin is awesome.
Robin did
sacrificing herself a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
Because she feels the pain.
Yeah, she does feel pain. Yeah, I liked how she pulled one over on Thorn Guy, even though it didn't work. But I
know. I thought it was gonna work.
I thought it was gonna work too.
Because it worked on me. Because I was like, oh no, he got you, Robin. And then I was like, oh, or he thought.
Yeah, Robin's actually just that cool.
Mm-hmm.
And no, he can use some weird, stupid thorn thing and make a thorn safety rope.
Yeah, classic One Piece villains when they're like, I actually had the secret technique that you didn't know about.
It was funny though. I'll give the Holy Knight this. He was cracking me up, and he was like, when Robin was attacking, he was like, you're coming out a little strong there. It's like, I got whatever you want to go. I guess we can go out.
I gotta pull up this chapter.
Why?
Because there was what was the little girl saying?
Dope ass shit. Yeah. Because she's a freaking. Right? That girl is braver than half the characters in the show.
She was badass.
Yeah, she was so badass, and she was like, no. Don't burn the library. I don't care about it. It makes everybody happy, so that's worth it.
Yeah, it was like, I love the library too. You mustn't cause trouble for other people. You mustn't do things that make them upset. If we lose the library in school in order to stop from the falling off the branch, That would be really sad to make everyone upset. So I think I should fall instead. Don't worry, Chief Turtle. I'll be all right. I'm a lucky girl. I bet everything will turn out fine. What a G!
What a G!
What a G!
What a G!
You
She's
gotta
fantastic.
actually.
What's her name? Do we have her name?
I don't remember her name, but this panel is awesome.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's the best panel.
We probably have her name because she's in the. First.
Isn't that Harl's granddaughter? Not Harl.
And she's like, "What's going on?"
Jarl.
It's right when she's like, "What's going on?" It's weird. She's like, "But I'm fine. You love, don't worry. Ye love, don't worry." I don't know. It's, her name's Ranja.
Ranja.
Yeah.
Nice. She's awesome. She is fantastic. Way to go, kid. Way to go.
Also, yeah, you know what I love so much about her too is like the Holy Knight picked a kid, not really thinking, and I'm like, yeah, you totally messed up.
Yeah.
You picked a kid that has gumption.
Yep, you did it.
And she rallies everyone. They didn't need to be rallied, but they got rallied.
They got rallied anyways. It was fantastic. And it made me hate Celestial Dragons even more.
Yep.
Yep. Once again,
don't
doing
hate
that.
them
Yeah.
enough.
Yep. But you do not hate them enough. But Robin saves her, right, or something like that.
I think Scopper is the one who
Saves her. Scopper coming in at the end there. That
Yeah.
was nutty. With his special hockey.
Oh yeah, she's like right when she thinks before she goes out, she's like, I love school. It's where all my friends are.
No.
Does Robin save her?
I don't know. She might still be on the air.
Oh yeah, and then the chief says set the school on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the library. Could you imagine?
There's so much knowledge there.
No, Robin got trapped up, and then Scopper cut his arm off.
Right, yeah, and it doesn't come back.
But he did not save her.
Didn't save her yet, so she hasn't fallen yet then, right? Yeah, which is fine. But it's fine.
You're right, he didn't come back.
I think it's something. I think Scopper has something special. Some special hockey.
Oh really? A special hockey?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, new hockey.
A new hockey after the last new hockey that we got.
Hopefully. I can't wait to see, but you know the next chapter.
Scopper's gonna fade.
No.
Oh, it's gonna be Luffy, you think?
It's gonna be something else.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they're gonna cut to someone else.
We've been saying that for 3 chapters now, though, and they haven't done
saying
that.
that?
Yeah, we have.
Wow, the chapter really.
We've been saying that.
Oh yeah, because he went on a speech. The Thorn guy went on a speech.
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying that for 3 chapters or 3 weeks.
What's the difference?
They didn't have a chapter last week. It's the only manga I can't go back and look at.
Either or, I don't know.
Okay, regardless, yeah, but
we've been saying it for several chapters in a row now.
Yes.
And while that guy did not continue that speech, unfortunately, which is really annoying.
Why?
Because because remember how he ended that speech? It was like, and then King Harold had to go and mess up the entire plan. We still don't know what that plan was.
Zero idea.
Zero idea. But that was yeah, fuck that guy. I gotta learn his name so I can really hate him. Saint in his underwear.
Captain Underpants. No, it's an insult to Captain Underpants.
But yeah, no, Scopper cut his arm off, and he saying that it wasn't coming back. So I'm guessing Scopper, it's gonna be like with Luffy and the old man in Wano again. He's gonna have some special like piercing hockey or something like that.
Oh,
that Luffy's gonna need to learn in order to beat the Holy Knights and eventually Emu or something like that.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Something that makes it so they can't come back.
Yes, that does make a lot of sense. Because good. That's good.
Yeah, 100%.
It makes Gear
good.
5 more serious.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah.
So then when they animate it, it has to be more serious.
Yeah, we hope. Yeah. Whole episode on that one. Whole episodes on that one. Actually.
Episodes. Which you should watch them all if you're going to develop an opinion about.
Honestly, yeah. I have clipped them all though, so go check those out.
Yeah. But this is a pretty, besides Roger there being awesome and Robin being awesome, it's a pretty calm chapter.
I mean, yeah, we got that horrible speech from Saint asshole about he wants we want to destroy the library, and we're not doing it to destroy the knowledge. We're here to destroy your culture and O'Hara's knowledge. Really... It's like, yeah, but you guys suck.
Yeah, they were just doing it to be
suck.
Dicks. They were just doing it to be dicks.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a pretty tame chapter otherwise. I mean, like tame for One Piece. Scopper unleashed an insane attack, so I'm very excited.
That's
for this.
true.
It was already game changing. They could just regenerate for the hell of it, but then Scopper's coming in also game changing a chapter later. So it's just fantastic.
I'm looking up his name.
Okay, Saint. It's I don't know his name.
Shepard Sommers. Shepard Sommers.
Is it all one word or is it two? Is it
two
Shepard,
words?
Is Shepard his first name?
Shepard is his first name.
So Saint Sommers.
And then Gunko, we know. Good luck on.
Yeah, that one's really long.
Remo Shifu. Actually, that's not bad. Killingham.
Killingham. There we
Right,
go.
right, right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
And then there's 2 that we don't know.
How many Holy Knights are there?
It's saying that these 2 are Holy Knights. Have we seen them before? Maybe they're in other manga, like older manga.
Okay, so no, this is the this is from the God Valley incident. I think they were all there.
Okay.
This thing, the thing with the skull, I think there's some connection to what Roto was wearing. Because he was wearing that. He was wearing like pretty much the same thing. People were pointing that out. I have no idea about her, but they're pointing out there might be some connection there. So yes, those 2 were from. Yeah, go back to the God Valley chapter to go look up that one. Because
Yep, a dark-haired young woman donning armor similar to Garling's. Okay.
yes.
So
I have no. So they're 5. So 5. Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
Cool.
But yeah, Shepard Sommers.
Shepard Sommers. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to beat him up? Think it'll be Scopper, or do you think it's going to be a Straw Hat?
I think it's gonna be Scopper, honestly. I think Scopper might take him out, and then maybe Gunko has to fight the Straw
I think
Hats.
Gunko's going to make it off the island.
I mean, there's theories that Brooke might be able to pull her, turn her. She is a super fan.
She's pretty awful.
She's pretty awful, but
She was really down with killing children.
yes, but it's Soul King.
I'm not saying he can't turn her, but if they turn her, it's just why don't we just instantly go, you've been turned, fantastic. Here's how do you arrest someone like that?
You don't. They work for the government.
Exactly. So what do
Yeah.
you do with her?
I don't know. Just let her. I don't know. Put her on a ship. Send her on her merry way.
She tried to kill children.
Okay.
She's the whole reason Randro's walking off right now.
Yes, she is horrible. Until she gets turned by Soul King.
She better have a real, she better go to confession.
Yeah, she probably should. Yes, give Kuma a call.
Can't now.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead, isn't he? Well, he's not. If he's not dead, his past self is 100% dead.
100% sure about that?
He has no memories.
He was supposed to have no memories, but then he went all the way to Egghead.
That's true. If he's not dead, that's dumb.
He's dead.
Oh, God, Oda, why do you always do this?
Yeah, because
Just kill a character. It's fine.
yeah, but he doesn't want to do that. Oda's whole thing is like,
You
why
killed
everybody-
Ace.
Yeah,
Like,
he's gonna bring Ace back and Whitebeard.
well, Whitebeard killed himself.
No, that's true. No, Oda killed Whitebeard.
That's true. Oda did kill Whitebeard. Well, I'm saying like Akino killed Ace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Blackbeard didn't kill.
no,
Whitebeard.
no, yeah. Well, I'm saying Whitebeard wasn't killed.
Oh yes,
That's what I'm
yes.
saying,
But there's no, I saw online. Even one of the guys I follow was talking about it. Like One Piece is the king of fake out or death fake outs, and like some of them are ridiculous. There was one they should have stayed dead. It was all the way back in Whole Cake. This one of Big Mom's kids that didn't even really have a name. Maybe he had a name or something like that. He was just some random ass character. Only there to show that when Big Mom's in her hunger pains, she'll rip the soul out of anybody and blah blah blah. And supposedly, you're supposed to think he's dead, but then you see on like a bunch of cover stories later that they just went out and found the errant life force that she ripped out of him and put it back in him, and he's alive. Yeah.
It's all started.
Also, you remember Chiffon and her sister's dad?
Who's Shifone again?
Married to the mob boss pirate.
Oh yeah.
Remember the whole sacrifice that her dad made and got stabbed by the guy the oven that heats up things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's alive.
What?
Yeah. And found his daughters and had a big reunion. He survived being stabbed in the chest by a spear.
Then how does Pedro just go die?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because Pedro got incinerated.
Right. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Watch this. He's alive somehow.
I mean,
still.
if you really think about it, it all starts in Alabasta.
Yeah, with the bird guy.
Yeah, when he flies up an atomic bomb and it blows up in his face, and then he somehow still survives.
Yep.
We all at that point were like, "Oh, no one's dying."
Yep.
And
I remember
Ace
being
dies.
I remember being so mad about that. I'm just like, no one dies in One Piece, dude.
Yeah, but it's so annoying.
Yeah.
I would say like it's so written so well.
What's
There's
annoying-
nothing
yeah.
more egregious than obviously I can't remember his name right now. The samurai ninja guy.
Oh, Kinemon.
That is the most egregious one ever. I will burn. And then the cool guy who at first didn't seem cool, and then with the dual blades, who's a white beard pirate, dual guns, who's a white pirate, he dies.
He bit it. Yeah, and the super fat one that was part of the samurai
But
thing.
Kinemon has this like whole crazy backstory with Kaido. First of all, Kaido just like didn't kill him.
Somehow, yeah.
Kaido just was like, I messed up. I slightly miscutting him.
I don't know how that one works, yeah.
And after all this dude, that scene was crazy. It was
Yeah.
so dramatic, and I was like, oh, oh no, Kinemon. And then he was just fine. I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah, no one. It would be.
And then the cool dual gun guy died. And I was like, what the hell? Why did he die?
Why did he have to die?
And then he went out like a badass.
I know, exactly. But Kinemon's fine. Because Law didn't put him back together right.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Which has insane implications, because that means Law's power doesn't wear off when he does that. So probably all those guys all the way back in Saba Odi, remember when you rearranged the bodies of all those Navy soldiers?
Yep.
They're probably still like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe some.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be a classic. Like, that's never coming up again.
No, of course not.
It's never coming. Kinemon's probably not gonna come back, and for a long time.
I mean, they'll go back to Wano eventually, or Wano will come to.
There's gonna be,
because they got
at the end where there's gonna be like a huge like in the war.
Well, yeah, the gates of Wano, like the stone that's hiding Pluton has to fall.
No, I know, but I mean, like, I think what's gonna happen is like you'll see the stone fall and everything, and then later on they're gonna be way far away from Wano, like a couple islands, and then that's when like a Wano ship's gonna come, like when the war's all. It's a classic One Piece thing when the war's kicking off, they're in the middle of a fight or something, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden like a Wano ship's gonna show up
You
and
see lightning in the sky and outline of a dragon.
Yes, and then they're like, what?
Oh.
And then like all of a sudden you'll see the ship with like all of them on it. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
and then
that'd
I'll
be
be
nice,
like, Kinemon, you should be dead. and then Bankai will show up, and then everyone, I'm like, yes. It's like, shouldn't he be dead? They'd be like, that's completely
They're
different.
completely
They're
different.
completely
different.
different
Completely
scenario.
Yes. No. They had antidotes.
We didn't see him get covered in the venom.
Exactly. So he's fine.
Totally fine.
Totally fine.
But yeah, that was a good chapter. One Piece rocks.
Of course, it's amazing.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.